Hey everybody, I'm just here to talk about the 90% silver market and basically how quickly and steadily the market is basically losing a lot of momentum. If you think back a few months ago, silver was I think about $25 to $26 an ounce. Right now it's about 23, maybe a few cents under. Premiums were kind of crazy, and they've been falling. Maybe about a month or so ago, my local coin shop sells by the gram. So they were selling silver, 90% silver for like 72 cents a gram. And now it's down to 70 cents. And I'd go through it. I'd keep some for my collection, and I'd sell the rest. And I can't believe how in just 3 or 4 weeks, really, it seems, how the price continues to drop. Before I would list rolls of Mercury dimes or half dollars, Roosevelt dimes, and they'd go pretty quickly. Basically, what I would do is go on eBay, look for the sold listings, see how much those were going for. Then I would look to see some of the buy it now prices, and I'd figure out what I could make a small profit at, and then maybe be really close to some of the lower prices. So, I'd be able to pick what I wanted out of what I bought on the lots and sell what I really probably didn't want, make a few dollars on it, and somebody would get a pretty fair price off the deal. So it kind of worked well for all involved. Now it's getting to the point where I'm looking at some of the sold listings, and they're kind of blowing my mind. I'm seeing people selling rolls of like average circulated, Franklin halves and Walking Liberty halves for pretty well under $200 a roll. So you figure that's like less than $10 a piece. I'm seeing them go for maybe like the low to mid 180s per roll. Now I'm buying them for that amount of money. Probably a little bit less than that, but of course, you include shipping in the price and, eBay fees and things like that. You're really not making anything, so I end up holding on to, quite a bit of stuff or just selling it separately. But what I think is interesting is I was checking out some of the larger bullion websites, and there is a major, major disconnect between some of these bullion websites and like eBay. Now, you figure with eBay when you're buying from an auction, especially a lot of these auctions are like, 1 or 3 or 5 day auctions, they offer a pretty good reflection of the market because it's not that somebody, priced askew 6 months ago and it's just kind of, sticking there. Some of them are way off. I've seen some of the big bullion dealers selling average circulated half dollars like the ones you see in front of you for $26 per dollar. So basically $13 for an average circulated half dollar. Now today I paid like, I think I figured out it was about $8.75 for an average circulated half dollar. Maybe actually a few pennies less, maybe like $8.65, $8.70, because like I said, it is per the gram and whatnot. And they're asking $26 for two, 13 for one. Kind of insane, and I'm wondering how much of it is that they have this backlog of product that they need to try and move out without losing too much money, and they're hoping some buyers really don't notice that the bottom's really fallen out of the market. If you can buy and hold for a while, this is actually probably not a bad time to stock up and hold and then wait for either silver prices to rise or premium prices to rise. But, even that kind of makes me wonder because I think at some point silver is going to be higher than it is now, maybe only a dollar or two or three. Premiums might end up rising. I think that's less likely because they've just fallen quite a bit. But, it also brings me down to, some of the reasons why you buy silver, such as being an inflation hedge and kind of a good thing to have in bad times. And, as I've said before in a couple of other videos in the past, we've had some pretty bad times and some pretty bad things happen in the last few years. You figure with the pandemic, you've had, overreaching government. We've had a lot of civil unrest. We've had inflation, going upwards of 9 to 10%. We've had, just like a lot of kind of rough stuff. And plus, you're hearing a lot about potential us potentially now being in the throes of a recession, or a recession coming, in the near future, depending on who you speak to. And, you had supply shortages for a while. And if you think back like 10 years ago, a lot of the stuff that people thought would have set gold and silver going crazy, it really hasn't done anything. Actually, I'm really moving towards, instead of selling, say, lots where I have, like, say, 2 to 3 rolls of a particular type of coin, or 1 roll or a half roll, I'm going through selling them individually. I'm finding that it's probably better to do, at least from my perspective, kind of catering more to the numismatists than the bullion people. Because there's a lot of coins that the bullion people don't care about, that numismatists think are pretty cool, and vice versa. Just today, I actually had a pretty nice find. I bought a bag of dimes, and it was mainly mercury dimes, but I did find about a half dozen Barber dimes, and there was maybe 20 or 30 Roosevelts, but the other few hundred dimes in the mix were all mercuries. So I'm going through it, and I don't have the greatest eyesight anymore, so I use a loupe to look at the dates, and I'm looking at the date, and I'm like, holy crap. So my wife comes over, she looks at it, and it ends up being a 1921 mercury dime. I said, what year does this look like to you? And she's like, yeah, that's a 1. 1921 mercury dime. So it was probably in maybe good 4 to good 6 condition. So, I mean, it's still probably a $50 to $60 coin. Nice date for the series and stuff, So I'm kind of like hanging my hat on finding that kind of stuff. But I know this is kind of a rambling type of video, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud about this stuff, and really you guys are the only ones who probably care about this stuff amongst all the people I know, because I don't know anyone else who does. But it's just a very strange market, and I suggest that if you're going to buy any 90% silver, because I don't think it's a bad thing to buy. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't say that because I'm buying it myself. It would actually be my favorite way to buy silver, to be honest with you, and I've said that on many occasions. But really shop around, because when I saw some of the prices on eBay and then some of the prices in my local shop, then I looked at the big places like APMEX and JM Bullion. It is really, really a stunning, stunning difference. So definitely shop around for this stuff, because, like I said, I think right now there's a lot of movement in this market, and some of the prices are insane. Some of them are really good. I mean, $8.75 max price for one of these half dollars. I think that's pretty good. And I found some pretty good stuff today. I found a couple of half dollars that I need for my Walking Liberty set. I think it was the 1947 I found. And the other one, I believe, was, I want to say it was one of the 36s. I forget which one, though. So I can't complain there. But if you do get a chance, though, if there's a particular coin that you favor, whether it be Mercury Dimes or Franklin's or Walking Liberty, check out some of the current auctions. Then check out some of the recently sold auctions in the last couple of days. And then check out some of the big guys in the bullion industry. And the disconnect is absolutely stunning. I'm actually very curious, and I've never done this before, but I'm actually kind of curious to reach out to some of the larger bullion dealers and seeing what kind of price they give me on some of the larger quantities of coins I have, like the Franklins, the Walking Liberties. I got some Kennedys. I have some Washington quarters. just to see what they're willing to pay, because the prices they're charging, they're probably paying, I would think, paying more than I could probably get on eBay. And I don't have to pay any shipping, and I don't have to pay any fees. I don't know, it's something to think about. Anyway, I am done with my rambling now. If you like these rambling 90% silver and coin videos, please leave a thumbs up so I know. And I will be back later with another video. Talk to you later.